story last night at 10. A small town on the rebound may need to reconsider what they rebuild. Good evening, I'm Brandy Peterson.
I'm Rob McCartney. Pilger is in a floodplain, so federal guidelines say installing basements in new homes means no flood insurance.
Even though dozens rode out EF4 tornadoes just weeks ago, saying basements saved their lives. KETV News Watch 7's Christina Engdahl is live with the big story at 6.
And Brandy, it's important to note that in 2004, Pilger adopted the floodplain ordinance, but if they wouldn't qualify for national assistance from FEMA today. And that creates a catch-22 for the community.
Homes gone, some of them there for decades, a long time before Pilger agreed on a flood ordinance. So since 2004, the town and its basements have been covered.
So for those individuals that had substantially damaged homes, there are certain requirements in terms of how they need to rebuild.
Those requirements don't say outright that FEMA won't let floodplain residents rebuild a basement, but it will put eligibility for federal assistance at risk, as well as substantially increase your monthly premium.
Conversely, the higher the structure is above that base flood elevation, the less the premium.
But Michael Caponari, External Affairs Director with FEMA Region 7, says FEMA recognizes the importance of storm shelters, especially in Tornado Alley. He tells me there are options.
Certain instances, basements may be permitted in a floodplain. For instance, an example would be a community could apply for a basement exception status.
There's a good chunk of the town that's in the floodplain.
Director of Nebraska's Department of Natural Resources, Brian Dunnigan, says floodplains, of course, assess the risk of flooding. But for Pilger to be on the site of two natural disasters, it's not common.
Both a flood event and a tornado individually are fairly rare occurrences, and to put them together would even be a bit more rare. So it's not often that they would come together like this.
But he says floodplain regulations, which are enforced by townships themselves, are designed to save money and save lives.
To make sure that if you're going to invest money in a floodplain, that's going to be a protected design.
Now, Dunnigan says there are more than 400 communities in Nebraska in a floodplain just like Pilger, and I'm told the rebuilding requirements will not impact homes that are less than 50% damaged, so they wouldn't necessarily have to remove their basements. But if the newly built structures don't meet the ordinance, then that jeopardizes the whole town's eligibility for insurance. Brandy.
Christina Engdahl reporting live tonight. Thanks, Christina.
Well, this story really has you talking. Check out some of the comments from our Facebook page. Dave says those in charge at FEMA should have to ride out an F4 above ground. Dustin says it makes no sense to build basements in a floodplain. Well-engineered above-ground storm shelters offer as much, if not more, protection from tornadoes than basements do anyways. Do you have a comment on this story or others? Go to Facebook or Twitter and leave your response there. Just search KETV.